my distinguished colleague.
Is it paternal?
Both.
Both. Oh, both paternal and maternal. Okay.
Mr. President, the beautiful nominee standing before us.
I said restrict
Bianca.
yourself
It is in the
to the resume. Forget this.
Mr. President.
Forget this word beautiful. I said restrict yourself.
It's in the CV, sir.
Restrict yourself. She didn't put in the CV that she's beautiful.
Yeah,
Is that what she put? Where?
It's in the CV.
Where? The CV says beautiful Bianca.
Mr. President, Olivia Odinaka Ojukwu, Ojukwu is my sister from Ngwu, the local government of Enugu State. Mr. President, a golden fish have no hiding place. And that is why the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria went and brought this woman who is very passionate about our country, who is very committed to see the growth of this nation, who will give all that is within her reach to make sure that this country gets to a greater height. Mr. President, you see, when Mr. President announced the nominees and put them in ministries where they are going to serve, it makes everything easier for us. Because she is posted to where she has absolute confidence and competence, where she is going to make a huge impact to this country. She's a lawyer and also a professional in diplomacy.
The Sergeant at Arms, give her a seat.
Mr. President, who else?
Give her a seat. Give her a seat. Sit down and jot down. Sit down, sit down. Sit down.
I can stand, sir.
No, we don't want any disaster here.
No, I will stand, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. So if you are sure.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah. Mr. President, who else can serve in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, if not somebody with this qualification? We call her Adeje Jemba. She's from my town, married to Neu, and that's why I also went to Neu to marry my own wife back as a favor. We don't need to say more than what my brothers from Anambra State have said, because our screening is to confirm the competence of the nominees. And everybody in this hallowed chamber agrees that Bianca is competent and agrees that the portfolio assigned to her is where she has already excelled and performed creditably. What we are hoping is that as soon as she takes over her office, changes will come, positive changes. So, Mr. President, we thank the President once more for giving us opportunity. We had a Minister of Foreign Affairs from my town before, in the name of Dubem Onya. She is going to be the second Minister of Foreign Affairs from our community. And we always know how to perform. Mr. President, we just wish her the best. Remember, she is supposed to be a member of this Senate. If not that, she ran for Senate before. If not for the way it went, she's supposed to be sitting here in this hallowed chamber, screening other nominees. It means that she has a qualification and competence. She understands what we do here. So as a colleague that I see her as, because she contested, I think it is right thing. Having noted her competence and qualifications, we will have to tell her, with your kind permission, Mr. President, that Bianca should actually bow and go and do her work. Thank you, Mr. President.
When Her Excellency steps into this chamber, and we have all listened to her, nobody can fault her qualification to serve this country in any capacity. She's very intelligent, very, very charismatic, and very beautiful. You can see, I asked her to tone down her beauty when she comes in today.
Please,
Mr. President,
restrict your comments to her resume.
Her resume. It is there. It is there. Former beauty pageant.
You know why I'm saying that?
It is there. Most beautiful girl in Nigeria.
Senator Umeh.
Eh?
Senator Umeh, restrict yourself to her resume. Otherwise, we'll go.
Okay, thank you.
We'll go into social media and
thank
Google.
you.
I will ask a question: who touched my Bianca?
Mr. President, you know too much. But let me say that you will expect this kind of thanking from me. Because Her Excellency Ambassador Bianca Ojukwu, her nomination is very significant and also very historic. If you listen to her concluding remarks, you will see that she's somebody who has a passion for peace and well-being of this country and for inclusivity in all the things we do in Nigeria. I have the privilege of serving as the national chairman of APGA for 6 years. I served for 10 years, but for 6 years, the husband, Dim Chukwuemeka Ojukwu, was the leader of the party, and I was the national chairman. I worked very closely with our iconic leader and with Ambassador Bianca Ojukwu, who was always around and involved in all the things we do. I want to say that Ambassador Bianca Ojukwu possesses the intellect and the ability to work for Nigeria in the ministry she has been given to oversee, Minister of State for Foreign Affairs. She has the experience as an ambassador. But I say that her nomination is significant because of her husband, Dim Chukwuemeka Ojukwu, whom we very much revered. And there's nobody in this chamber who will not know the importance of that name, Dim Chukwuemeka Ojukwu. And for her to step into this chamber to be confirmed, screened and confirmed as a Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is indicative of the fact that we are trying to put the past behind us in this country. Apart from her personal attributes and qualities, she carries with her a burden bearing that name, because her husband was our all and all. Ambassador Bianca Ojukwu, in this mission, we are with you. I support you. You know I will always support you, because we had so much in common with the APGA that we built and developed. Even in this chamber, I'm called Kokoronko. And I want everybody will support. I know countryman you will support. I know that. So what I'm saying is that with her joining the federal cabinet, Mr. President, we are looking forward to opening more doors to reconciliation and many other things to come. I knew the wishes of her late husband because he was my leader. I worked very closely with him. There were things, if he were to be alive, he would continue to ask for. I don't want to say so much so that we'll confine it to her screening. Those things the husband stood for, she also stands for them. We have worked together, we have shared struggles together. So now that you're in the federal cabinet, my beloved sister, I wish you well. I know that my brothers will speak and this Senate will support you. But when you go, remember that you have so much people looking up to you. All those things our dear brother stood for, continue to canvass for them. Continue to canvass for equality of rights.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Yes.
Distinguished Senator Tony Way.
Abia South, and my party is the All Progressive Grand Alliance, of which she is our own mother. So I will make 2 points, Mr. President. 2 very key points that we probably are not noticing in the euphoria of everything that is happening today. First, while I adopt all the sentiments that have been said earlier by the Anambra senators and the one from Enugu State, I will say that one, maybe because of her, Mr. President, by bringing an APGA person to be a minister, has already started with what we call a unity government and looking for national integration. We can only ask that Mr. President goes much further, much further. But we commend him for this. Second, another commendation we will make for the president, which most people have also forgotten. We have on the floor of this Senate always sought that a president sending nominees to the floor must attach it with the portfolios. Today, we are seeing that the president has started by letting us know in the portfolios of those that will go to the different areas, and that is commendable. And so I think that this, having been started, should be sustained by all presidents that will come and the president in his further changes, because I know that there are going to be more changes to ensure yes, what I mean is that maybe more APGA people should come to help this government. I thank you, Mr. President. I commend Mrs. Bianca Ojukwu, and I urge my colleagues, seeing these 2 elements that have accompanied all the nominations that have come today, that we allow Bianca to bow and go. I so submit.
Well, I know that Senator Akpabio is worried about what happens to APGA after this. So I saw him moving from seat to seat, asking people why. So I decided that he should say something. But I want to thank you for commending President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for going across party lines to seek for the best of the best to save our country, and most especially making the job of screening and confirmation easy, and even easier by attaching portfolios to the would-be ministers. Unprecedented. Now you can ask questions directly, relating directly to the portfolio of the minister. And like you said, no other president has ever done it. And no other person would have done it except President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, having been a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. His wife has been a senator, and he has known the yearnings of the Senate. So we commend him seriously for attaching portfolios to these nominees. And we pray that future presidents will follow suit, so it will be easy for the Senate to do its work. My dear sister, I haven't heard any negative comment from the floor, but I'd like to ask you a question. You've had an experience as an ambassador. Very recently, I sent a delegation to Chad, and they came back and said that the Nigerian embassy in Chad, the building is in very deplorable condition. And I was in Ghana this week, and the same complaint. They have a land that they would like to build their embassy structure on. And many other places, Kenya, everywhere, people are complaining that the structures hosting the embassies are in terrible conditions. If you are confirmed by the Senate to go into that ministry, will you focus on trying to rehabilitate, to give Nigeria a better image in terms of the structures of the various embassies worldwide? After that, you can take a bow.
Thank you very much.
My name is Senator Tony Ngwu, representing the group of Anambra North Senatorial District. Actually, my big brother said it all, but I need to add a few things. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, this is one of our best. Incidentally, we were never in the same party together. She was of ABGA, I was never of ABGA. But this hollow chamber should transcend above party affiliations. I must commend and thank Mr. President Ahmed Bola Tinubu for recognizing this woman for this appointment, irrespective of party affiliation. It's not because of only the fact that she was with our late sage, our undisputable leader, when he was alive, took care of him when he was alive. It's because this woman is an epitome of excellence. She's very cerebral, she's very articulate, very eloquent, very, anything you can think of. Ebullient lawmaker, ebullient lawyer, and arbitrator for that matter. A product of University of Nigeria, a great lioness, a woman who is a bridge builder. I must say that my people, group of Anambra North, are commending Mr. President once more. And also we are appealing the Senate of Federal Republic of Nigeria not to waste so much time. She is prepared for questions to answer. She has been a special assistant to Mr. President. We have read the CV. A bridge builder that doesn't know about tribe, that doesn't know party A, party B. I feel strongly that even as an ambassador, when she was an ambassador, she was screened on 11th of May 2012 in absence. That was when she was mourning the husband. She was not even there at the committee stage. But because of her resume and her record, the then Senate Committee on Foreign Affairs screened her, and the Senate of Federal Republic unanimously approved. I'm appealing to our distinguished colleagues, led by our great in-law. Let them not find any hesitation to clear this woman, our jewel, our ivory. Eyom Bianca Ojukwu. I so submit. Thank you, sir. Ojukwu.